What's up, everybody? It's your boy Triple BLACK, aka the number one stunner, aka the boss, aka three black hearses. It's murder. Anyways, man, what's up, man? Man, I just had a video that I did earlier, and I guess it was Borgen. Please let me know in the comments if there's any audio issues that I have. But I just redid the thing, but thanks you guys for letting me know that I had to delete the video. So I'm back on the scene. We're talking about the FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. This one we're going to focus on the 605B. The 605B, that's the one that governs it gives a limitation on how long things can be reported. Things like collections, repossessions, charge-offs, and things like that. They actually have a limitation of 7 years being reported on there. And I did a video before about this. One of the things is a lot of people don't understand that, unless you look at your credit report and you see it, sometimes it'll just keep getting reported. And what 605B allows you to do, it allows you to dispute the information to get it corrected. A lot of people don't understand that over 75% of the information that is being reported to the three credit bureaus, which is Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, are either outdated, incorrect, or just outright false. And with the FCRA, the whole pillar of the FCRA is to make sure that information is being reported 100% accurate, not 90%, not 99%, 1%. It's 100% accurate. And one of the things that you can do, is look at for those inaccuracies, because a lot of people don't really understand that. It's not their responsibility to make sure that the information the guidelines of the law kind of holds them to that, but they're going to keep getting reported inaccurate. And then I think a lot of people don't understand that the credit bureaus have an incentive of keeping bad files on your credit report, and you having a lower credit score. They get paid for it, from the data furnishers and stuff like that. So they don't really have an incentive to make sure that stuff is correct. Like I said, over 75% of the stuff can be deemed outdated, inaccurate, or just outright false. There's a lot of inaccuracies. And let me reemphasize this: 99.9, 100%, not 99.9, not 99.7, 100% of the information being reported needs to be correct. And a lot of people don't even look at it. One of the first things that I would recommend everyone do, and by law, you're entitled to this, is go to www.annualcreditreport.com and actually get all three credit bureaus. And it's going to give you a summary of everything, all your credit files and things like that. Now, you can use other mechanisms, like you can use Credit Karma. You can also use freecreditreport.com to get your credit report. Those things are good too. They're going to give you some type of score or whatever. But why you want to get the detailed one is there's a lot of inaccuracies. Like, for instance, if one is reporting, one thing on, one balance on one thing, and then the other two are reporting something else, or there's missing information, because you'll be surprised, and a lot of people don't realize that they look at everything, what I'm saying? They look at everything, and employers, insurance companies, mortgages, all those they look at everything. And the more accurate your credit file looks, the more savings and the better chance that you get at approval. things like, one time, I looked at my credit file, and this is a while ago. I mean, they were reporting an address that I was like, I didn't never live there. What are you doing? You know, I mean, they report all kinds of stuff, and what the 605B lets you do, it does let you dispute the information. And if the information is older, is outdated, inaccurate, or deemed identity theft, it has to be deleted off your credit file. There's no ifs, ands, or buts of it. If it's inaccurate and you can prove that, and one of the ways of proving that is going to look at your credit file. And I stress it, it's important. At Marseille Credit Solutions, I will give you a free credit analysis. Just contact me. You can reach me on Facebook. You can also reach me on Instagram. It's at triple black 239. 239. You can also reach DM me on Facebook. Look for Roy Noir. I'll put that in the description so you can reach out to me, or you can just leave a comment and or inbox me. I'll do a free credit analysis for you. So one of the things with the 605B is there's a loophole. There's a couple loopholes. A lot of people don't realize that their information has been breached. And there's a lot of people that are walking around that don't realize that they've been a victim of identity theft. And that's one of the things. There's a identity theft rule where the 605B says must block information that comes from identity theft within 4 days. Not the standard, dispute to where they have to verify things, within 30 to 45 days. They have to do it in 4 days. So hypothetically, if you looked at your credit report and you see that, Joe Schmo has, reported something on your, Joe Schmo has stole your identity, and now they have a credit card in your name. And, there's a bunch of different steps to it. And I can walk you through that process, but it's not if, ands, or buts. Within 4 days, they have to actually remove that from your credit file. Many people argue about identity theft. Identity theft, if there's an open without your full knowledge, consent, clarity from the credit bureau, it must be deleted. It must be deleted. Not can be deleted. It must be deleted. If you have no knowledge, you didn't consent, or you didn't have clarity on the situation, it must be deleted. Okay. And the thing about it is there's minimal documentation required. There you can do a police report or identity or FTC identity theft, proof of your identity that can be your social security number, ID, utility bill, and also a written dispute. Those are the three things that you really need, for that identity theft loophole. And what's great about it, it's fast, especially if you can find that, identity theft or anything like that. There's a broader definition of identity theft, and it strictly defines much proof of identity theft. The loopholes are accounts that are unauthorized, open under distress, or stolen information. Also goes under that. So, there's no requirement for investigation for them to block it. Once it's actually deemed identity theft, all you need to do is send that to the credit bureau and they will delete it for you. In short, the loophole, it favors the consumer. That's why the FCRA is there, because if the credit bureaus had it to themselves, they would just report anything that they want to. They'll just, because again, they want and need your credit to not be as good as, because you ever notice whenever you go to Credit Karma or one of those type of things, and you see, negative things being reported. The next thing you know, they're offering you these pre-approved offers and stuff like that. Companies pay for that. You know what I'm saying? They want, to offer you that high interest rate credit card, that high interest rate loan. So it's more advantageous for them, even though you might be a higher credit risk. They still want you to apply and things like that. So, man, anyways, man, I was on there earlier and I was just borging my butt off and stuff like that. And the thing about this loophole is there's limited documentation, like I said, especially if you can prove that. But the 605B, that section allows you to dispute information, especially outdated information. And the thing about it is, you'll be surprised if you have not looked at your credit report, because the credit report is basically your financial resume, and many insurers, like, people don't realize when your insurance rates can be affected, long term over your credit score. Job opportunities can be affected. Health insurance, all types of insurance, car insurance, all those type of things can be affected by that. So it's it's really good to actually look at that information. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man. I was on here earlier. I was like, man, I could let that video go and not put another video, but please leave a like, share, and a comment on here. And again, you can reach me at triple black 239 on Instagram. You can also reach me on Facebook by DM Roy Noir. Also, you can hit me with a DM if you want to on Facebook. I'll be happy to help you. I'll give you a free credit analysis and also some tips. It doesn't cost you anything. And, if you want to do it yourself, you want to see that, go to www.annualcreditreport.com and get your credit file. It's by law, you're actually able to get that every single year. Now, I believe actually every week you can view it for a while, because there's a lot of fraud out there. So make sure you take advantage of that. Make sure you take advantage of it. There's a lot of different resources and stuff like that. Mars State Credit Solutions. If you don't have the time and you need someone, to look at and try to repair, those type of things, you can always reach out to me. I can help you with that. But leave a comment, share, DM me if you have any questions, anything like that. I'm about to end this live, but thank you so much for listening. Hit the like button. Okay. All right.